everybody, welcome to another edition of Starting Lineup here with our resident fantasy expert, Jason Saghini. I'm Nick Firchau, sitting in for Andrew Wiebe. A lot to get to today, and maybe the most important topic here, a lot of international call-ups for players and a lot of bye weeks coming up for MLS teams. We don't have the whole list in front of us right now of all the call-ups. You can log on to MLSsoccer.com and find out all those names. But as these players start to disappear and teams start taking a week off, what is the general rule of thumb for fantasy players? How they deal with the next few weeks?
Well, Nick, a lot of people asking about players like Graham Zusi, Brad Davis, Boniek Garcia, all these guys who are getting called up to the national team. They're going to play this weekend for the most part. Darren Maddox, the only one I'm not sure of, but he's probably not been on your team anyway because he's been in and out of the lineup. So play them this weekend, but you need to get them out of your lineup moving forward because they're going to be gone for a few weeks. And this is what I'm going to tell everybody. If you can, plan ahead through week 17. Looking ahead to week 16, there's a bunch of double games, 4 double games, but when you look at the teams, Montreal, who plays 2 games in that week, they don't have a game before, they don't have a game after. Vancouver, they don't have a game after. Dallas, they don't have a game before. That's a lot of info. You really need to map it out, figure out who your starting 11 is going to be each week and the best way to use your trades and potentially your wild card.
Let's take it to Twitter with some questions. Joe WIELGUS says, do I keep Graham Zusi or trade him while he's away with the U.S. national team? What do you think?
All right, this question again came in from a lot of people and a lot of different, Brad Davis, Boniek Garcia, all these different players. For me, you get rid of them now. They're going to be gone for 2 weeks, especially a guy like Graham Zusi. That's $10+ million of your salary that you're going to have sitting on your bench. Go out and get a guy like Landon Donovan who's going to be playing each week and use that money wisely. Look, you can figure out a way to get Graham Zusi back if you really want him once he's back from the national team. But what if he gets injured while he's out with the national team and you saved him for nothing? So I say you got to play each week. Carpe diem, right? Live for now, play for this week, get your best team on the field.
Yeah, carpe diem doesn't mean live for now. I don't know if that matters.
But it does in fantasy.
Well, Jay, what do you think the effect is going to be on Sporting Kansas City? We mentioned Graham Zusi. They're also going to lose Matt Beasley here and a number of other players.
Yeah, Kai Kamara, another guy that's gone. I think Kansas City is a team that has the depth to make up for it, right? You're going to lose Graham Zusi, but Benny Feilhaber can maybe pick up that slack there. You're going to lose Beasler in the back, but they have guys who can fill in there like Lawrence Olam. I don't think it's going to be too bad, but if you have a guy like Bieler, maybe just drop him down a little notch. The one guy that will benefit from this is CJ Sapong will be back on the field for sure. So that's one guy, if you've been avoiding him, his price has dropped a little, maybe he's the guy you want to fill in now.
You mentioned CJ Sapong. What other players are going to benefit from all these losses, and where can the fans find some cheap buys?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you look at the LA Galaxy, that's a team that's going to be missing some guys. So Omar Gonzalez is out. If Leonardo is healthy enough to get in there, he's a much cheaper option. At center back, if it's Tommy Meyer, he's even cheaper. You look at a guy like Jassy Zardes up front, being able to fill in for Robbie Keane. So the LA Galaxy, definitely a place that you can look for a cheap replacement. And then other guys that I would look at, Lamar Nagel. If Eddie Johnson and Obafemi Martins are in there, maybe Lamar Nagel's not in the starting lineup, but because they're going to be gone, he is going to be getting plenty of playing time for them. Another guy that I think might have a shot at getting some good playing time is El Trencito up there in Portland. Valencia will probably find some more playing time with Rodney Wallace gone and Ryan Johnson gone, so it might be a chance to get some goals out of him over the next few weeks.
A number of emails about defenders. This one's from the backseat manager. He says, which RSL defender are you going with and why?
Nat Borchers. I think Salt Lake has a good schedule coming up. He's a guy who gets forward on set pieces, could potentially score a goal, but look at what they've done. Nick Ramondo's staying in Salt Lake. Shutouts are definitely a possibility.
Next up, this one's from Matthew Pollard. Is it time to trade Jeb Brovsky? And I was thinking about getting Glauber. You think that's a good move? They're going up against the Red Bulls.
That is not a good move because Glauber is not going to be playing this week. So if you do want to go with the crew defense, you could save some money by taking Eric Gehrig. But I have to be honest with you, I really think I'm going with Thierry Henry as my captain this week because I think the defense for Columbus is going to be in shambles. No Chad Marshall, no Glauber, a lot of pieces fitting in there. I think the Red Bulls could have a good offensive day.
A lot of questions about Diego Fagundes, the New England Revolution youngster. This one comes from Mike Beck. Who has a better upside and is the better buy, Deshaun Brown or Diego Fagundes?
This week I'm going to go with Deshaun Brown. Remember, Chivas giving up a lot of goals lately, and they've given up a lot of breakaways. So when you look at all the space with that 3-man back line, Deshaun Brown, speed is his MO. He's going to get behind there, and if he puts him away, he's going to score you a goal or maybe even 2.
Next up, Kevin Allwell says pick one of the following four guys: Diego Fagundes, Amobi Okugo, Deshaun Brown, or Jack McInerney.
All right, well, I'm going to go with Okugo as the safe bet to get you 4, 5, 6 points. But again, Deshaun Brown has some real good upside this week going against Chivas.
Next up, Devin Pluler says, which New England Revolution players are worth a look with 3 straight home games coming up? Diego Fagundes looks pretty useful at $5.7 million.
Yeah, I mean, Diego Fagundes, right now, he's on my bench. I think you do want to take him because he's getting regular playing time and he's so cheap. The thing is, I don't want to spend a ton of money on my forward, so I'm going to keep Fagundes on my bench for now. I don't think he's a starter this particular week. The problem is he doesn't always play 90 minutes, so you want to see him get some regular time. With Jerry Benson gone, he might be on the field a little bit more.
There you go. Words from the wise. Jason Saghini, our resident fantasy expert. Make sure you log on fantasy.mlssoccer.com. Get all your ducks in a row. Headed into a crowded weekend this weekend. We'll be back again next week. Have a great holiday weekend.